One.
Hi, my name is Nikki McAtee, and today I'm doing my persuasive speech on red light runners. People running red lights here in Arizona is a huge problem, and it scares everybody who lives here. Nearly 800 deaths and 200,000 injuries are reported annually due to red light running in our country alone. Arizona is the most dangerous state in the U.S. for red light running related deaths, according to the Institute of Highway Safety. Phoenix is the #1 most deadly metro area for red light running instances. I have a personal story. I was sitting at a stoplight with my fiance and my son. We had been sitting there for about 3 seconds and the light turned green. I saw it. I was going to proceed through the intersection. My fiance held his hand down at the console, and I just had looked down and was wondering what he was doing. So thank goodness that I did, because I looked down and I looked back up and I started to proceed through the intersection, and I glanced to my right and saw a van going, I would estimate about 50 miles an hour. It blew through the red light, coming inches from my bumper. It scared us to death, the thought that they could have sent us to the hospital for their negligence. It's just so important to pay attention, you know? Okay, here's my problem with this. Drivers are running red lights due to many factors, such as impatience, the me-first attitude, and generally to get from A to point B quicker, which is not always safer. Everyone else is doing it, so I guess I'll do it too, is another mentality. I see it on a daily basis. One car will go through the red light, then the second car, and then the third, sort of following the leader. Very dangerous as well. The laws are very lax, and one police officer stated that did not want to be known, was interviewed by ABC News. The officer stated that Phoenix has de-emphasized enforcing traffic regulations in favor on cracking down on more hardcore criminal activity. This is important, obviously, but we still need patrols in that area. Red light runners set a negative standard, obviously. You're probably all wondering by now, if I don't run red lights, how does this affect me? Well, $14 billion is paid out by taxpayers annually due to people not having medical insurance, vehicle insurance, lifeline costs, ambulance costs, police overtime pay, and the list goes on and on. I have a solution. First and foremost, we could choose not to run red lights. Set an example. Show good driving habits. Believe it or not, people are watching, especially the young drivers. Also, red light cameras help to deter from running red lights. Red light cameras also hold people accountable for their actions. If we stiffen the punishments, such as making the fine so hefty it would be a deterrent, we could increase fines from $180, which they stand today, to $500 for the first offense, and $1,000 for the second offense. In traffic school, for the third offense, driver's license suspended for a year and $2,000 fine. My visualization: if Arizona stops running red lights, what do we have to look forward to? Less fatalities, less taxpayer dollars being spent, keeping the police on the bigger fish, if you will, keeping insurance rates low. In all reality, it's cheaper not to run red lights. My challenge: I challenge all of us to obey the rules of the road. They are in place for our safety. I ask that we all respect and have courtesy for our fellow drivers, and not to have the me-first mentality. And lastly, red means stop.